Well, it's
Yes, good evening. My name is Adele Raymer, and I'm very, very happy to be here with you tonight. I've been following for the past 2 days, and now I'm on co-piloting for Yair Farbi. So I'm just going to introduce him and let him take it away. Yair is an innovative educator here in Israel. He teaches history and digital citizenship in the Experimental High School in Jerusalem. He's an ICT instructor and consultant for many K-12 schools around Israel. Yair blogs and publishes in various social networks about innovation and technology that can be implemented in teaching. Personally, I had the pleasure of meeting Yair when we both participated in the first Google Academy for Teachers in Israel back in 2011. Since then, I follow his blog closely and have had the pleasure of collaborating with him on a few exciting projects. This year, I was lucky enough to have him agree to come on board to design and teach a Google Tools course for EFL teachers in my region. Over the course of the past 10 years, Yair has written many online learning units for various populations. And this evening, he's here to present one of them. Take it away, Yair. I'll be following in the back channel.
Thank you very much, Adele. Really, I want to thank you for participating at being co-piloting here with me. And we'll start. I'll introduce what I'm going to show you this evening. This evening, I'm going to show you a learning unit which is called My County Edu. My County Edu. This is the website. My County Edu is a collaborative learning unit that was designed by me. I picked up the idea by chance. Here in Israel, in the 4th grade, they teach civic science, and they teach about the places that people live in, the places that pupils live in, and by circles, which they start with a certain neighborhood, the street, the neighborhood, or it even starts even before that with the self, the I, and then the family, then the neighborhood, and then the city or town or whatever, and they finish there. And I saw an opportunity because I live in a very big district. The municipality that I live in is it's a regional municipality that has many villages and towns all scattered around a very big area. I've decided to develop this learning unit that can help people from all around this area to meet up in a virtual world, a virtual place. And as you can see, what we present here, what I started and wanted to show here, and that kids can do, is to research their environment, their close environment, and then further away environments, places that to learn about their cities, towns, or villages, and then to just go outside and research their geographical environment, the places that they live in, if there is any natural resorts or anything like that, in order to save the informations for years to come, and by that to build up a bigger knowledge tank, and for kids to know each other more personally. It's a place even to start meeting with kids from all different kinds of populations. Here in our municipality, we have Arab kids, we have Jewish kids, we have Christian kids, we have kids from different countries that come over, and different kinds of settlements. There are kibbutz here, and moshavim, which is an agricultural village, and towns. So it's a kind of a place to meet up. And not only to meet up virtually, but to meet up physically. Um, at the beginning, I thought it's going to be very good for fourth graders, which they do learn that in the school. And we did, I did give it to a few schools that I've instructed, and they picked it up and started learning with it. But soon enough, what we saw is that for fourth graders, if they don't have the ICT knowledge before that, the digital citizenship tools or the technological tools, if they didn't learn that in earlier ages, earlier classes, they don't really pick up as fast as we wish that they would pick up. Therefore, I've decided that it'd probably be better if sixth graders, or here in Israel, or lower grades in the States or all around the world, if they have the knowledge of how to work Google tools or other ICT tools, so they can pick it up and learn with it and teach other pupils further on in the future. So the unit is built up out of around 8 different units, and in each one of the units, pupils have they have tasks that they need to do, and there is a teacher manual, the teacher's manual, and there's a tank of ICT tools that go over it. And one thing to bear in mind while I show this website is, first of all, it's a free website. Whoever wants to use this learning unit is more than welcome to get in touch with me. It's yairfarby at gmail.com. It's YAIRFARBY at gmail.com. And I will be more than happy to share this website and to make a copy of the website and to give ownership to other educators all around the world. And if anybody wants to pick up the glove and translate it into another language other than English, which now it is in Hebrew, English, and I think there is an Arab version for it as well, they're more than welcome to do so. So get in touch with me if what you see this evening you like. So we start by familiarizing pupils and working on Google Maps with the unit that is called We Are on the Map. And in this unit, the kids need to, they work in a big group, and each one of them need to pin on a Google map where their school is, and to have in each school they have a link for an individual website, either on their website, on their school website, or to have to introduce their school on the main website, that is the main point. So they can either have a website in my school. They can either have a link to their school's website, or a link to a web page on this unit to introduce their school. So after that, they need to explain of what makes their school unique, or an example or two for what they like about their school, or what they dislike about their schools. And this unit this task is a very nice task, because kids really get to familiarize of how to work on a website and how to work on a Google map, and it's they get very enthusiastic because things just happen. So they publish, they press the publish button, they press the save button, and they can see it as is the minute that they wrote it and published it. The next task is about their town and village or city. And in this place, as you can see, each city or town or village that is in that county, in that school district county, they can put in information and about the city name, establishment date, and this lets me go to the pupil zone, which in the pupil zone over here, they have all these tasks. They have like 8 or 7 or 8 tasks that follow them during their work. So first of all, there is the exercise. Exercise 101 is my city, my town, my village ID. Each group of pupils that come from the same city or the same town or the same village, they make up an ID on a Google form. They create a Google form and they just put in their full name, their school or and grade, and where they live, the name of the town, what is the meaning of the city's name or the city's symbol or crest, if they do have, or a village symbol or crest, what makes up their city's symbol or crest. What kind of a settlement, a place is it? Is it a town, a village, a kibbutz here in Israel, or a moshav, an agricultural settlement? Is it a commune or anything like that? Where in the county, where in the area, the geographical area, is it placed? Is it northeast of the county? What is the year of the establishment? Who founded it? Who are the founding fathers of mothers of that settlement, and the number of residents in that time. So after creating this ID of those groups of pupils for each city, town, or village, or they go to the second exercise, and the second exercise is mapping their surroundings, mapping surroundings and buildings, human-made buildings. And here too, they have a Google form. The first 3 tasks is a Google form that they need to fill up. I must say that in the beginning, these forms, they are the kids don't. They do the first one, but after the second one, they get a bit tired and they don't really want to do the other one. So it's not a must. It's not an obligatory task or an exercise to do. And if they want, they can just go over. Or if the teacher sees that they lose their curiosity, and so they can move on to the second exercise, on to learning from photographs. And in learning from photographs, this is a big task that a teacher or the teachers need to prepare. They need to make a page, either a Google Plus or a Picasa web page with photographs from their surroundings. So, and they need to look at the photographs and to see places all around their surroundings, if to inspire them and to ignite their curiosity to go and visit places, if there are certain historical areas or natural reserves or a park or something. And they need to create a Google Doc and to start writing about the photos that they see. This is an in-class or an in-home exercise, and they still don't go out of the class, because the next exercises let them go outside of the classes with a guidance. So the third is an interview with a public official, somebody from the municipality. They need to create an interview with a public figure, either a face-to-face, either a face-to-face interview or a hangout interview. And I wrote down a few guiding questions, but in each scenario, in each case, you can change the questions. The kids can change the questions for what they really are interested in, and to really make the kids work on that interview, and to think over with other kids from their own class or own groups, to see how who is the public figure that they want to meet and interview, and what kind of questions would they like to know, and if there's a certain important issue that is coming up in that area, should it be asked, should they, if they want to ask questions about it, if there are festivals or things like that. The next, after that, what pupils should do in the mass surroundings is try to check out their own surroundings, like natural and artificial, man-made surroundings, to see if there are any streams or lakes or rivers that are running there, what is the name, where they come from, to get to really know where they live in, where the water that flows in the rivers come from and where they go to, what kind of landscapes, what are the mountains or hills or plains that they live in. Is there any historical or archaeological or prehistorical things that happened in that area? If there are any nature reserves, what kind of animals and plantation lives there, exists there? Is there a big change of the biome around in that nature reserve? Or is it something that animals that used to live there are extinct? And to just really try and dig in the history of the nature history of their surroundings. The other part is to check out the artificial surroundings. Are there any archaeological sites or historical sites? Where I live here in Matei Yehuda, it's around Jerusalem. There are many archaeological sites dating from biblical times and even before that. Every year, and there are more and more archaeological sites that are being dug in now that there are a lot of roads that are being paved here, that there are many things that show up. If there are any interesting sites that the kids like, or parks, or is there anything that is artistic around the area? If there are any festival buildings, artistic buildings, or sites that should be mentioned. So this is a kind of gives a path. It's a start to the next exercise for the pupils, that after an interview with a public figure, they have they need to make a tour of their own city or town or village. Now, this tour, they need to make up a tour. So they need to show as much as you know about their city by applying information that they gathered, and to pick 4 or 5 locations, and or 6 or 8 tourist sites or attractions, and to make a brochure using the information that they picked up, to see if there are places that different ages, to bear in mind that different ages like different attractions, to see if there's any need for disabled people that need to be mentioned there, to bring the information of the different aspects, like if it's historical, educational, geographical, social, or so. And they will have to even research more what man-made tourist site or attractions from time to time and up to the present. So like if there are any museums or tourist internet sites that they can use, or the public library or archives. And after that, they need to concentrate all the information that they gathered in a collaborative tool that they pick, and afterwards they need to create a Google map and pin on that Google map a tourist attractions, a path that people can follow that path and know how to get from one place to another, and to know what they're going to meet in that place, or what they're going to see. And this is very basic, because after writing this, and during the past year, I thought, well, I'm working on many other things. One of them is a QR race around a town or a city that I'm working with kids, that they make QR codes for websites that they put in the information, and they pin in the QR codes all around the city that they live in. One of the cities that they live in is Jerusalem, and next year they're going to start pinning in the QR codes after we've contacted the municipality to get an authorization to put in the codes, and we talked about it. And another city is Lod. It's in the near Tel Aviv. That's another place. So this is something that they can put together, the Google Map and the presentation ICT tool and the QR code, to present everything on a digital poster. And then they should publish that digital poster on this website, and they will have a certain place that they can put in all their links to those digital posters. After that, they're talking about my school, or my school district, or my county, and they talk about people and heritage and municipality. And they talk about the founding people and famous people and VIPs that live in their county or school district. What is the heritage, the history, festivals, if there are any special projects, if there are any farmer markets that are happening there. They should put in all that information for people that want to come and visit, if they're tourists that are coming, to know everything that will happen. And the idea that was in the beginning for this project is that after, even in the starters and afterwards, that this website will be published on the municipality or the county website for tourists to see what kids created during school, for tourists to just show their surroundings. And one of the other tools for that I thought of is to try and hang out, kids from different districts to hang out and to have twin schools, so they can communicate for the last research, the last exercise, which is a tour of their county. Now, the tour of the county is kind of like the tour of their town, but it's a much bigger area with, and in this exercise, what I wanted is to have kids from different schools to collaborate on one, on a certain area, on a certain tour, and so that many ideas from many aspects will come together on a brochure. So what the next thing is that I thought it's going to be presented in the States. So I said, if it's going to present it in the United States or abroad, I decided to make a zone especially made for the United States, that kids in that activity, every class will research different aspects of their state that they live in. like researching their flags and the state's flowers on where does it grow or who designed the flags. And I picked up all these flags from the United States. And after that, I saw that every state have a different flower, different a state bird, a state amphibious, not all of them. And I just picked up that I saw that there's so much information that kids can check and research, and to see if there's a state like Washington that is bordered with Oregon, so kids from Washington State can research not only on Washington State but on Oregon and on other states that are in the surrounding. If it's California, so they can research about Oregon and Nevada and other states. And in that way, that kids will broaden up their knowledge by researching certain things that maybe they interest them, if it's state bats or state dog breeds or horse breeds or reptiles or something that kids do get more fun out of. And this is basically what the kids need to do, which actually after the year goes by, they create a poster and they have a very big database about information about their county or their town or city or village and their school district. And then they just create posters and posters for a tour of their city, town, or village, and a bigger tour with collaborative working, which actually the My City, My Town, My Village tour is collaborative working with the groups inside the same school or school district. And the My County, which is a bigger and involves different schools, they can create a brochure and a tour guide for their county with other schools involved in, and to just create digital posters and digital brochures or websites for tourists to come and watch and tour around. I did put in a teacher's manual that explains in every stage, every bar, every area, field that I mentioned, what should be done in that exercise, and what is the meaning, and what those teachers that are doing this unit should create and prepare. And I even gave an ICT tools webpage for different kinds of ICT tools that they can work in, whether it's a brainstorming, presentation, or poster that they can have. And I even think that I created a shortcut for manuals for those ICT tools. Basically, this is it. And what I thought of when I was creating this, that it could be even more bigger in the collaborative way, that teachers that do use this, that do want to use this learning unit can, first of all, they're free and more than welcome to come and use it. And I'll create a website and I'll give over the ownership to them. But if they do have more ICT tools, more ideas of how to make it more interesting for the kids in every school, in every age group, their kids see it in a different way. So if kids in a certain school don't like a certain activity, and the teacher that is using this unit thought of a different activity, I would really appreciate if they will contact me and send me that activity, so I can put in the main the main My County Edu website more and more activities for teachers on to work with. So I think I'm done presenting. I know that this has been a very long half hour. I hope I didn't put anybody to sleep. And you're more than welcome to ask any questions. If you have any questions, if you have anything that you want to know, there's widget on the side, and I think this
Thank you
is it.
very much. Thank you very much, Yair. Do you know how many people watched? Can you tell
Uh,
there?
well, right now I see that only 5 people are watching. Probably there
Okay.
are
Well, one
six
person
people. Yeah.
you have one person who wrote you a few comments, although not questions. Laura is very impressed.
Okay.
I did write in where the questions are. I wrote your email, and I hope some of the people are going to take advantage of this, because this is a really exciting tool that can be used in EFL or ESL or just English language classrooms.
They're more than welcome to use it. If there are any comments, maybe I would really love to know if people have any comments, if they have any ideas that they can put in, things to make it more bigger and more effective. I'm more than happy to know. So people can contact me on yairfarby at gmail.com. That's YAIRFABY, as it's shown down here at the bottom, at gmail.com. And in this opportunity, I would like to thank Adele Reamer. Thank you very much for co-piloting this. I really
It's a pleasure.
appreciate it. And I would really like to thank the Google for Education for letting me present in this wonderful international webinar, the Education on Air. It's something that I've been watching for the past 2 years, and I think that's it for now.
Good job, Yair. Thanks a lot. Thanks to everybody who joined in and anybody who will watch it in the future.
Yes, and I know that it's a recorded session and it will be on air, and the people that missed it can see it in 24 hours. That's what I've been told to say. If either through the Education on Air website, or they can watch it through my YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is Yair Farby. Just look it up, one word, no nothing in between the Yair Farby. And that's it. Thank you very much for
That's it.
everybody.
Good night or good morning
Good
or good
night. Good
afternoon,
morning.
depending on where you
Yes.
are. Bye.
Have a good one. Bye.